name is Mike, and this is my parkour journey. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I apologize for once again being way delayed on getting this video out. No excuses for my tardiness, but I'll get into a few reasons why. In the last month, we were winding down the summer, and I kind of got unmotivated to edit and post a new video. Part of that lack of motivation was, even though I was continuing to train, I just felt like I wasn't progressing very much, and I kind of plateaued. Now, I know the whole point of this vlog or video journal wasn't just about filming me reaching my goals. It was supposed to be a way to document how I trained, kind of my mental process, and just also a way to celebrate reaching my milestones. I remember even making a point to say that I wasn't going to show perfect lines or moves, but it is hard not to get caught up in that social media trap of just showing the perfect line or showcasing what your best that you have to offer. So it took some time, but I finally accepted that it was just fine to train for the sake of enjoying the movement, moving for the sake of just moving. And it's especially okay not to continually make big progress. Heck, I was even got to the point where, I can train without filming, though I will always try to film something just so I can document my progress for myself, which I'll get into a little bit in this video. So I did want to make this new video to share, but I didn't have much new to show. So I left the making of this video on the back burner, and during a training session, I decided to revisit some old challenges or skills that I struggled with in the past, and I kind of forgot or kind of didn't bother doing anymore because I didn't feel good about them. So, I started doing some of that training, and I surprised myself. I actually was able to do some of those skills, and you know what? I got even better at doing some of those skills. So this got me thinking, how did I actually get better without specifically training those moves or skills? So I'll try and answer that question while I play back some old footage and show my current attempts versus my old attempts. So I'm a part of this group on Instagram called PK over 40. So it's anyone who is over the age of 40 doing parkour. And you can go find us old folks by searching this tag on Instagram. Anyways, every month there's what we call a skill of the month, an SOM, and showcase our attempts. So the month of September is Kong Timber, and I decided I would start here. So back in 2018, I tried my very first Kong Pre. I was never really comfortable with this skill, so I kind of left it until I had to grade for it to move up a level in my gym. So I just remember drilling progressions for an hour before actually getting the skill checked off. So we fast forward to this year, and I revisited this skill, and it's something I wanted to, and it was also something I wanted to do for the skill of the month. I've always had problems with lower than hip height Kongs, and I'm trying to learn how to hinge, which basically will make me jump a little higher, hopefully. And a funny thing happened when I filmed my last Kong. Some younger boys were watching me train and asked why I had a camera. I told them I was documenting my training on my YouTube channel. And one of them actually said it made his dream come true of meeting a YouTuber, and that it still counted even though I only had 17 subscribers. This totally made my day, and I thought to myself, here I am, making dreams coming true, one video at a time. Anyways, I left off, I didn't quite complete the challenge, but it's still a work in progress, but I definitely I've gotten better over time, as you can see in this video. Anyways, next up on my nostalgia trip was catbacks over a gap. This particular skill was a huge mental block for me. I remember it took me months to get my first real successful attempt. And right around that same time, I think it was a month after I actually hit that catback pre, I was given a stride pre-challenge that I never really did cleanly. So I'm going to come back to this in a little bit. And so right before I started this channel, I completed a line that had a catback to a pre, but the pre wasn't really high. So I remember during that time, my Everest challenge was to do a Kong pre where the pre was at a height somewhere over my head. So I never thought I'd get there, but I figured I could start working towards it. And I was kind of feeling confident in other areas of my journey. So I thought I could carry that over to this. So early on, before these progressions, I didn't really ever commit to jumping. I'd always short the jump. So I thought doing the pre on an angled wall of a dragon's tooth box would allow me some room for error. And this gave me the confidence to really commit to the jump. And I was really able to finally move it on to my biggest box ever, which made me feel so good. And while I was working on this, I figured if I could also, while I was working on that, I was trying to do that stride pre-challenge. And then I thought, hey, putting these two things together might actually come up with a nice little line here. So while I was training that, I got the Kong pre, the stride pre quite clean. And even though, you know, I remember, looking back on it now, I don't even know why that stride pre was a challenge in the first place. And all I know is that even though this is a really short line, it's such a hard line to do in terms of cardio. By the end of this line, I was so winded. So finally we're at my side flip journey, and I had started doing these earlier in 2019, and I'm going to show you my best that I ever got them. Never really was able to land them ever off, other than landing them on my knees. But flash forward to this year, and I had done these on and off between the last couple of years, but I made it a specific goal that I really wanted to land it on a level ground this year. So back in part 2 of my journey, I started my side flip training again, and with the shutdowns and life getting in the way, I didn't spend a lot of time doing it, but in early August, I decided I really wanted to get back to doing this, and I was really going to commit to training side flips again. So I finally got to the point mid-August. I got to where I was about 2 years ago, but finally I was able to get on, do a one-on-one training session with Tall Rob, and he gave me one little tidbit of information that completely opened the floodgates, and I was able to land what was, in my opinion and his opinion, the closest thing I've ever been to a side flip ever. So I was really happy to catch that on video. So I went from feeling that I wasn't progressing to moving on to, you know, revisiting some challenges, and I found that I've actually come a long way. And as with everything in parkour, it's such a mental challenge, and I found that having success, even in completely unrelated skill, it really raised my self-confidence, which carried over to pushing myself in other areas. So, you know, I finally feel that I'm not just an athlete doing parkour now, I'm actually a parkour practitioner. I can't bring myself to calling myself a tracer and keep a straight face, because tracer just sounds, I don't know, weird. Anyways, I think if you can, what it boils down to, if you really truly believe in yourself and start kind of peeling back the layers of self-doubt over time, I think there's so much more that you can achieve. I'm not saying that anything is possible. You know, I'm not going to be doing the things like the professional parkour athletes are doing, but I definitely know that I can push the boundaries more than I think. Anyways, I hope you really liked this video. If you did, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. But no promises when that's going to be. Talk to you later.